Welcome to the Creative Plan Podcast Network. Join us as we share our favorite RPGs, one-shot games, tabletop games, reviews of items, and convention panels, and other exciting things that we run into from time to time. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Sign to Ragnarok story, and to the Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hey guys, Jim and Kelly here with Creative Plan Podcast Network. I must use my Shatner voice, for I must be dramatic.
Don't you mean melodramatic?
No, just dramatic. For hashtag RPGaDAY2020, the word for the day is...
dramatic.
That was pretty dramatic too.
I can say it again. Dramatic.
No, say it with heartbreak.
Dramatic. No, that sounds more like traumatic.
So for dramatic, I will go ahead and start up with as a GM, when you're setting up your games, make sure you know when it's supposed to be dramatic, because we all know what happens in those games when you're trying for the dramatic feel and everybody's just finishing up their pizza and they're giggly and they're goofy and they're totally not in the dramatic frame of mind. So it's blowing the drama out of the scene. So it's know your audience of who you can expect drama out of too, because like I've been known to have a dwarf blow the head off of a guy, and I got mega drama out of that scene because I knew who my audience was at that point. If you know the Ragnarok and Roll person I'm talking about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when Thora, was doing her thing, especially since she said in and out of character, better not have anything happen to my in-game family. I'm totally going to have to make something happen to your in-game family.
She totally lost her mind.
Well, remember, I had to edit out 8 minutes of her tirade of freaking out that it was all just a dream.
Promised.
She literally went through all the steps of grief. I mean, she was even negotiating with me at one point.
Yeah, that was a pretty dramatic moment.
Yeah, so dramatic is something you can engineer. Dramatic is also a thing you can pre-plan too. I mean, I've worked it out with players before where we've planned a dramatic scene. Sometimes it works, often it does not. Especially if the other players are like, "What's going on? We're confused."
Yeah, the person has to be game, and it has to mesh. Can't be forced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although, for me, like, one of my, favorite dramatic moments was in Daggers of Freeport. Not the Daggers of Freeport, the High Sea Shenanigans, when the half-orc monk had said goodbye to his young charge, and
Paige.
who he protected, this child, and when he had said goodbye to the child and he was feeling kind of, sad about, letting her go, that when we were in the port during the Festival of Masks, and we went to all the different mask stores and stuff, and he purchased the iron mask, the crude iron mask, and he had them heated up, and so he could brand it to his face,
Have the scarification.
in reference of his pain. It was really moving. I mean, and the thing is, he had no idea we were going to be going to this port. None of us did. It was sort of like, this, surprise, and I'm like, and I rolled with it, totally rolled with it, because, yeah, my dad told me all about this place, and the Festival of Masks, and of how I've always wanted to visit. And, cause my father used to tell me stories of this place. So they were all down with coming with me to explore this exciting, festival. And when he did that, it was just, and then my character just had to, just without saying a word, just went up, put her hand on it, like, I got your back, bro. Oh, it was just so moving when the player had done that, and I was like, oh my God. There was that dramatic moment that just resonated with me. That was one of my favorite ones. One of my least favorite was when Trixie was betrayed in Ragnarok and Roll, and I was heartbroken, because Trixie as a character did not easily trust. And so she'd spend days with this guy having fun, and it was a working relationship, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But they still had a connection, and she really liked him. She wasn't going to marry him or anything. Hell no. But they had, a connection. And when he betrayed her, it hurt. I was like, oh my God, Trixie, and then to find out all of this stuff, she was broken after that. The character made, from that dramatic moment, completely changed part of her original background. The way she reacted to things. She's no longer quite the fun-loving, she's like more reserved now and a little darker.
Much like the Loki.
Yeah,
character
well, because of Loki.
So because of Loki, you're turning just like him.
Yeah, right.
From giddy, fun-loving kid to, oh, I've done some shit, man. I'm Loki now. Yeah,
because by the same token, she felt betrayed by her father too.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she had the strongest relationship. Hell, he is Loki after all. But, it's one thing to use people as, pawns or chips. It's another to use your daughter, type of thing to her mind. So she didn't want, it's like she felt that she was the patsy.
True.
And it broke her. That dramatic moment, probably was her least favorite,
But crazy dramatic, though.
I really cried. I did. Those were real tears.
Are you saying that I pushed you guys to the edge in gameplay, making things so dramatic?
Not usually. Usually we're a lot more low-key, relaxed, but there are moments of drama that, I guess in role play, it's like, and I know Trixie is not me, but I felt so bad for her, even though I was playing her. It was like, I know she was my creation, but she was changed by that experience. So, yeah. Dramatic is definitely a thing when you role play and you get these moments of drama that, there was also the other moment in Daggers of Freeport when, the rogue is basically interrogating the flower girl who's really the nanny who was
Ooh.
sent to like, and there was a moment where he intimidated the hell out of me. It was like, ooh, oh my God. I'm like, ooh, I've got shivers, it's like, but that's not that's not the player. He was just playing his character, and he's such an incredible role player. Mike is one of the finest role players that I've ever gamed with, and, the fact that he has that ability for those dramatic moments that just really resonate.
Where he's gone to the scary place.
He's gone to the scary place, or he's gone to the truly endearing place, or, so it's like one character is this guy whose first thought is to protect the child, and oh my God, so Mando, but
The child.
a lot more heartfelt, and then the next minute he's this like syndicate rogue enforcer that like scares the hell out of you. It's like, but it's all the same person, and because he knows how to be dramatic, but in the right way. So it's like, it really can make a very powerful gaming experience having the dramatics in there.
And hey,
And I'm not
drama's a
talking
good thing.
hysterics.
Mhm.
I'm talking dramatics. So, be it the, yeah, the scary guy who like tears the wings off of flies, or, to the, it makes for really beautiful gaming moments when the drama is, done right.
We're like TNT. We like drama.
It's all about the drama.
Hey, I mean, think about it. The drama is what brings the life into your RPGs, where it goes from being just a tabletop board game to an RPG where you're actually playing a role and getting into the story and pushing and pulling the story threads along as you are part of the show.
Yep.
So here for dramatic.
Mm-hmm. Bravo, brava.
So that is a good place to wrap up for August the 16th, dramatic.
Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.